Hey guys and gals, Destroyer here, bringing you another video of Heroes of Order and Chaos. Today I'm going to bring you the in-game build for Nuutt, the Child of the Forest. I want to quickly go over some of the skills of Nuutt real quick, because they've added, with the new update 11, they've added a couple buffs, which I really love. So Nuutt has this treetop skill, is what it's called. And she stays up there for a certain while. When she comes down and pounds, she also has a stun, which I love. I love that stun for Nuutt. Also, they gave a buff to her bow. This used to be 3 seconds, and now it shoots within 1 second. So instead of it taking so long, now it shoots it quite rapidly. But first, before we jump into our build, I use support fighter talents for Nuutt, and also I use, I'll be going over some tablets that I use for her. So just please check that and check for that video after this one. So let's jump right in. So the first thing I go through and buy a Squire Patience for Nuutt because, you know, it helps me be more survivable in the beginning. The next item I buy is boots, because she's very slow in the beginning, which stinks, and you want her to be a bit faster. Now she's a little bit more tanky than Alahera the elf, but I want her as fast as possible. Now the next item I start building is the pike, and usually I upgrade this pike into a ripper. And the good thing about the ripper is, thanks to the mathematician Levsquin, he has a good thing on the forums that tells us about the certain items and what items can be purchased at the right price. Now this is the best item to be purchased in the game, because it does a lot of damage early game, including the bleed. So please check that out, and also this would be the item I build. The next item I buy is I buy Facebreaker, because I want more damage before level 10. And after I buy the Facebreaker, I start upgrading this into a fire bow, which, okay, the cool thing about the fire bow is all enemies within 5 meters of the enemy I'm hitting does 40 damage to those enemies. That's what's good about this. Plus, it gives me, you know, attack speed by 50%, 35 physical attack, and also it gives me an extra 4% critical rate, which is going to be awesome a little later on, because I'm going to build a king killer. However, I usually, the next item I'll buy, because Nutt's attack speed is a bit slower, so I buy the Wings of Paradise, and then I'll upgrade these wings into a Watcher's Whisper. Now I'm going to want more DPS, or I'm going to want more damage with Nuutt. So I sell one of my patients, one of my squires, and then I go to my physical attack and I buy an Iron Claymore, because it gives me plus 80 physical attack, and this will, at this point, it'll help you decimate through your enemies, just tear them apart. After this, you could go and build more tanky, so you can go and build, you know, maybe Hades, or, and I'll show you Hades real quick for some of you who don't know. You can go and start building Hades, which is this Hades armor, or you could build Farseer's cloth, but sometimes you don't always need defense with Nuutt. So I'm going to show you just a full carry with her. Excuse me. So the next item I would buy is I'd pull my thing together and upgrade into a longbow. And then I would take my Iron Claymore, upgrade it into a King Killer. take my boots, upgrade them into Savage Boots because it gives me that HP harvest and plus 12 attack speed. And after this, like I said, you could buy boots, but usually not boots, you could buy armor, but usually I build a divinity sword. And a divinity sword is comprised of the 8 arcane saber. And then it's also comprised of a pike, but you won't have room for the pike. So, what the divinity sword does, is what's cool about the divinity sword, is it gives you 50 physical attack, extra attack speed, and extra harvest. Now, the even better thing about this is it gives us a 10% chance with Nuutt to stun an enemy. So that's once out of every 10 hits I could stun someone. But because I have Watcher's Whisper, it slows their movement speed out of 1 every 4 hits. So this increases the likelihood of my divinity sword getting a full stun. So guys, tell me if you like this video. Like and subscribe. The tablets will be coming up soon. Thanks for watching. Hey, I'm going to quickly go over some of the tablets I use for Nuutt. So, here we go, let's jump right in. So one tablet I really recommend is the Tablet of Bloodlust. And I've gone over this one before, but if you haven't seen this, I'm going to go over it. It increases my physical or magical attack with any hero. That doesn't matter whether it's an ally or an enemy within 15 meters of me. So you can have a maximum of, or an increase of 23% of your attack. Next, I also recommend Desire. And the reason I recommend this one is because Nuutt, she always gets attacked. She's not one of those heroes that goes in and doesn't get hit at all. So that's why I recommend this item. Or that tablet. Next is, because I like Nuutt a bit more tanky, is the Courage tablet. And the Courage is when your hero is stunned, you receive 15% plus your hero's level of reduced damage. So it could be a total of 30% reduced. Also, sometimes I would switch this tablet out for tablets such as Assistance, which looks like this one right here. So Assistance tablets for carries. Also, if you notice, all my inscriptions are physical attack inscriptions and extra critical damage inscriptions. And the reason I have those is because in the beginning, you want that extra physical attack, especially if you're going to go 1v1 with somebody. And the extra critical damage, it drastically increases the critical rate. So, real quick, critical damage is when you're hitting somebody, you'll see a red number pop up. So if you're hitting 100, all of a sudden you'll see a red number pop up. It'll be 192. That's your critical damage. Just so y'all make sure. So, guys, gals, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. Destroyer out.